Hello guys, Drinking James here today with another layout. Every year I get inspired to do one of these small layouts because Roman usually builds them at the same time of the year. So once again I'm doing another one, and this one is another classic layout. Something I'm using a couple of new things that I've gotten recently that I can kind of show off a little bit with. Some of the stuff that you kind of noticed appearing in videos. So that's pretty good. So, let's begin the tour at Knapford Station, which has gotten a lot smaller since you guys have seen it. I recently picked this up with birthday money, so it was only about $30. And it was pretty much complete, except it's missing, one bench, which is still a good deal, because it's hard to find these things cheap. So, and here is Thomas and Duck. Thomas is with Annie and Clarabelle, and Duck is with the Knapford Express Coach. And one thing I tried to do with this layout is I used a lot of older pieces of rolling stock and destinations. Pretty much all of the destinations were made before 2000, and the engines are before the big switch, with the exception of technically one. So yeah. So here's Thomas and Duck at Knapford Station, and we're going to go on Thomas's line. We come right here to a crossing at Henry's Tunnel where we have Edward, and he's pulling coal trucks and a brake van. We're going to keep going straight. Go past Henry's Tunnel, we come to a switch where Rusty is pulling the breakdown crane, and we have a choice to either go this way or this way. We're going to go back this way. So we're going to go underneath all these tracks that go over Henry's Tunnel. And we come around to where Boko is, and he's talking to Bertram with the scrap cars, and Boko is pulling a log car. Boko is pulling a log car, excuse me. So, we're going to come back through here. There's Duke, he's sitting in a shed. That's on the siding, and if you go on Boko's track, it leads to a switch, which goes back this way, which goes past a red house, to where Boulder is pulling the tar and fuel tankers, and he's at a T-switch. So we're going to go this way at the T-switch, go under the pedestrian bridge, go to a switch, which we're going to go straight. You go straight, you go onto the double wide old iron bridge, excuse me, I can't talk today, to where James is pulling the Knapford Express coach. The other Knapford Express coach. So Duck had one, James has the other. We're going to continue along James's line. We're going to go up to where Coldy is on a viaduct piece. And I really like how I did this section of the layout coming off of Henry's Tunnel, because all three tracks, they go in different directions and they kind of cross on top of each other and stuff like that. So it looks really cool. So you go down, around, corner, go down again, and you pass a signal box and a signal to where Percy is pulling my three mail coaches. Keep going straight, you go past Knapford Station, and you run into the transfer table. Where here we have Bill and Ben waiting, and Donald and Douglas are waiting, and we have old style D199 waiting. And he's not in the best of condition, but I do plan to do something with this. I picked him up recently in a lot a couple of months ago. I filmed a video on it, but I never uploaded it because I got really busy. If you guys want to see that video, comment on this layout video about it, and I will upload it. So, we're going to keep going straight. Here's Donald and Douglas's line, and we go back to where Bowler was. We're going to go through again, and we're going to go this way up onto the bridge to where Reneus is pulling Ada, Jane, and Mabel. This time we're going to go under Coldy's line and around to a goods train which is being pulled by Diesel. So, we're going to go down. Oh wait, I'm going to show off Diesel's context. It has a Brio troublesome truck, which was picked up fairly recently. I don't know if I've shown it off on YouTube or not. Scruffy, Fred, and Rickety. So we're going to go down the hill. There's Duck, and it goes right back to where Bill, Ben, D199, Donald, and Douglas are. We're going to keep going. This is Donald's line. And Donald was technically the only exception because I don't have an old-style Donald front. I recently replaced my Donald... Not recently, I did it earlier this year. I replaced Donald and Douglas to their old-style counterparts because they look better. And I bought a lot with the two of them. and it came with a new style Donald front, but it's much better condition than my older one, so I'm just using it like that. So we're going to go to this switch, and it leads back to where Rusty was, and there's another switch that we quickly past this signal, and there is Neil. We're going to go around this bend, though, we're going to go back, and up the other part of the bridge that we have not gone up yet, and this is where Mavis is pulling 4 Great Faces, and this Great Face came in that lot that also contained this D199. So we're going to go down this hill past Brio Terrence, and this part is a really cool part because it's just a lot of switches. We're going to go to a switch, we're going to come back to that switch, and there's another switch, and then there's Daisy at Elsbridge Station, there's Choppinette's car, there's a Crosby over there. It leads to the T-switch where Edward was at. And we go back here and it leads to where Bertram was, where we were before. We're going to go back this way. We're going to go along this line real quick. We're going to go to the Soda Log Loader where Henry is. And that leads to a switch where Percy was, by the signal. We're going to go one more track, and it's a very short one. We're going to go underneath here, past this switch, underneath this section, to where the Soda Cargo Ship and Tugboat, are. And, let's just pretend that there's water here, even though there isn't. And you're gonna go into the track where we started from with Thomas. Oh, and here's the water refilling tank, if I didn't mention that before. Yeah, so I like this layout. I really like the look and aesthetic of this layout. It just looks really nice to me. And I played with it a little bit after I finished building it, and it just felt so right. And seeing that, Thomas Wooden Railway has reached its demise, and, the brand is failing and falling and stuff like that, at least that it's possible to still do good things with it. And this just proves the power that Thomas Wooden Railway once had. I mean, I'm gonna stand up for a second and zoom out real quick and really show you guys the size of this layout. It's not that big. My table's only about 6 feet by 30 inches, maybe 2 feet. And if you're still able to build layouts this good, that look so nice and just feel right. And I'm not bragging or boasting about my layouts, I'm more bragging about the brand. Anyway, in contrary to this, actually, months ago, if you guys followed me on Twitter, I built a layout on Twitter that had Mattel items only, and it looked so different. And I think I filmed a video on it, and I have to go looking to see if I have it. And if I do, I can put that up for you guys, if you guys want to see it. So, comment on this video if you're interested in seeing that video. Other than that, that's it for this layout tour. Thanks for watching. Plenty of videos are on their way. I got remakes planned. I've got other videos that I've been holding on to, that I've been waiting to upload, that are finally going to be uploaded. So, yeah, 2018 is going to be a busy year for my channel, unlike 2017. So, this is Train King James, signing off.